on, Tom. You're so good at this. You don't need to bring UFOs into the equation.
Holding in the way, that's what I heard them say. They used to heed the words he said, but that was yesterday. Gold will turn to gray, and youth will fade away. They'll never care about you, call you holding in the way.
Welcome to another episode of Old Men in Chairs, and today we are again joined by one of my favorite old men, Dave Footer. We bring Dave out of retirement every time that we have a Tom MacDonald's video. And today we've got kind of a strange situation. It's been a long time since Tom did a video that we reacted to. I did not react to Ghost because it just wasn't my thing. But the song that he chose to come out with today, I love. It's on the album. It's called End of the World. The video that he put out with, I didn't even show it to David. As far as I can tell, it has no relation to the song. It's all about spaceships and UFOs, and it's a cool video if you're just looking at it as a piece of film. But personally, I think it detracts from the message of the song. David, you've read the lyrics a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
You would concur? There's nothing in there about UFOs.
No, you couldn't even remotely relate it to a UFO.
Yeah, I mean, the song is all about all the Earth-made problems that we're familiar with Tom talking about, and it's a great song. But there's no mention of UFOs in the song, and to me, it just distracts from the message. So I've decided, this will probably be controversial with some of Tom's fans, but I decided just to react to the lyric version of the song and leave that whole UFO thing for somebody else to react to, because I couldn't get into that.
I know the end is near, the television telling lies. I know for sure the revolution won't be televised. I know that we've been waiting patiently for better times. We fell asleep and men are blind, can't recognize this genocide.
I want to point out, I know for sure the revolution won't be televised. That's a reference to the Gil Scott-Heron song, The Revolution Won't Be Televised. It came out, I think, around 72. Howard and I did a reaction to that. I don't know if you ever saw it.
Yeah, I saw that one, yeah.
Yeah, it's considered one of the first rap songs. He was reciting poetry over jazz music. It's a great song, but it hasn't gotten a lot of love or respect, in terms of number of views.
But it is timeless.
It's timeless.
Yeah.
No, the revolution will never be televised because the television is controlled by the people who don't want a revolution.
The big corporate
big corporate media.
Yep.
And it's not going to be in the New York Times or Washington Post or any of the major networks or the news networks, and Google's not going to let you see it. Everything is hidden. Rumble is actually the place where it's happening right now. The end is near. The television is telling lies. The revolution will not be televised. We've been waiting patiently, but we fell asleep, and we can't recognize genocide. If that doesn't describe what's been happening for the last 3 years, I don't know. I mean, Tom is fantastic with this kind of being able to summarize everything that's going on.
In the one line.
Fell asleep, men are blind, can't recognize genocide.
Right, that's right there.
And still, so many people can't recognize. That's the tragedy of the whole thing.
And the old saying, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man rules.
He's got two wide open eyes, Tom does. He can really lay it down.
I know that we've been waiting patiently for better times. We fell asleep and men are blind, can't recognize this genocide. Feel like the bomb about to drop out of the clouds. Another virus going airborne, go hide inside your house. Farmers watching crops die, they drying up with droughts. Angry people forming crowds and trying to burn the cities down.
Feel like a bomb's about to drop out of the cloud. Well, that's happening in some parts of the world, isn't it?
Yeah, and
it's a feeling of impending doom.
Yeah, the sword of Damocles, as they say,
hanging over us.
Yeah.
And another virus. There's always another virus. Go hide inside your house.
That'll stop it.
Ain't gonna stop nothing. Farmers are watching their crop dies. I don't know. That's always happened. We've always had droughts.
Yeah, I don't know about the U.S. if it's. I guess it isn't.
Angry people forming crowds trying to burn the cities down. Well, we've seen a lot of that in the last few years, and not just in this country.
Yep, all worldwide. And that's what we're shown.
But we're not being shown a lot of it. If you get on Telegram, that's the place that's uncensored, and they'll have clips from all over the world. But they'll never make it onto the controlled media in this country. They don't want you to know that people are rising up around the world.
And now it's not, is Paris burning? Paris is burning right now.
Our Armageddon. Martial law for our protection. I talk to God, but it's long distance and I lost reception. Forest fires and oil spills are the awful lessons. I'm just waiting for the devil to take over heaven. This is biblical, I swear it's in the Bible. We keep killing one another and we dying for survival. We used to fight for peace, we put our flowers in their rifles. Now we're about to be extinct, every man, woman, and child.
It's biblical. We're killing one another and we're dying for survival.
The writing's on the wall, kind of, with the inflation and prices.
Yeah, and scarcity and the government, the banks failing and the government running out of money and people are buying guns and getting ready.
Well, it won't hurt. Yep, at least you can
We
hunt
used
your
to
food.
fight for peace, but now we're about to be extinct, every man, woman, and child. This is why I can't understand the UFOs, because these are all problems we brought on ourselves. We didn't need any extraterrestrial help to screw things up. We did it all on our own.
Yeah, the most dangerous animal on the planet is us.
That's for sure. Okay.
We used to fight for peace, we put our flowers in their rifles. Now we're about to be extinct, every man, woman, and child.
If it's the end of the world, I will do better next time. Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know it. If it's the end of the world, I know that I have lived my life to the fullest. Yeah, the fullest. We stood on top of mountains. We've been to space before. We had our dogs and houses. We dug up dinosaurs. We built those bombs are dropping. We fought in all their wars. Now that the sky's falling, what did we do it for?
Feels like
And that's what the veterans are saying. You know, we went and we fought for our country in Afghanistan and Iraq and all these places. And what do we do it for? You know, they got home and the sky is falling.
Well, you can say there's one word that they did it for, is oil.
We built those bombs they're dropping.
General Electric,
But who are they dropping them on? Biden himself has been talking about, well, you know, if you're going to fight the government, you know, how are you going to fight us? We have, you know, F-22s and we have all these cruise missiles and all these modern weapons of war. He's basically threatened half the country that if you don't like what we're doing, you know, we'll stick the army on you.
Well, maybe we'll have a train wreck near your place and light it on fire. That'll clear you out.
Yeah, that's bad. And what's even worse about all that is they've got billions of dollars to send to the Ukraine for weapons, and they've got billions of dollars to bail out their buddies in the Silicon Valley Bank. But they got nothing to help the people that really need it. You know, the ones out in Ohio who feel so bad for those people. They're getting all types of medical problems from all the chemicals that were released right in their town and then set on fire.
Yeah. Yep.
It's awful.
The sky is falling, so.
Yeah. I want to say, though, this particular version does have John Rich on the vocal, and he was singing mainly on the chorus. Tom is doing the verses, but that's John singing the chorus, and he has a very nice voice. I never really followed him that much, but he's doing a really nice job. I love his little country twang.
Now that the sky's falling, what did we do it for?
feels like the end is near, our freedom's disappearing. People playing God, call it genetic engineering. Media misleading us and evil's interfering, while the government we need became the power that we're fearing.
Genetic engineering, that's what they've been doing. Of course, they didn't tell anybody. They changed the definition of a vaccine to allow them to put genetic engineering into the most recent vaccines. What's worse is they're pushing it on the young people, you know, who have no problem with COVID. There's virtually no freedoms are disappearing, people playing God, media misleading, evil's interfering, while the government we need became the power that we're fearing. I mean, Tom, come on, Tom. You're so good at this. You don't need to bring UFOs into the equation. You've diagnosed the situation perfectly.
Our billionaires are going to space, don't blame them for leaving. Birds are falling out the air, fish washing up on our beaches. This is end times, humans got a deadline. Children are the future till we ruin them with headlines. Should be past their bedtime, but everyone's woke. They told us chase a dollar that made everyone broke. I feel like cryptocurrency is probably our last financial hope. Soon enough the government will leave your bank account froze.
Well, he called that one, didn't he?
Yeah, and the fish dying and the birds falling out of the sky.
Well, they've got a big problem in Florida right now with the red tide.
And the Palestine, the birds falling out of the sky.
And the birds falling out of the sky in East Palestine, Ohio.
Yeah, and this is all, he did this before that.
This came out in October, I think, or maybe November.
Yep.
They told us chase the dollar and they made everybody broke. He thinks cryptocurrency might be the hope. Well, that's why the federal government is trying to shut down cryptocurrency.
Because they want to make their own big cryptocurrency.
They want to have their own digital
currency.
currency.
Shut down
they don't want you to have
Yep.
the freedom to take your cryptocurrency and maybe change it into rubles or yuan
or do something they don't know about.
Do something they don't know about. They want to know everything you do. They'll freeze your bank account.
Yep. Oh, it's happened in Canada, just right north of us.
Yeah. They didn't like that they were giving donations to the truckers, so they froze their bank account.
Yep.
The United States government, the present government, would absolutely love to be able to do that, to harass those of us who don't agree with them.
It's on the way, probably.
Cryptocurrency is probably our last financial hope. Soon enough, the government will leave your bank account froze. Judgment day is coming. You can run or you can stand and fight. Panic in the dark or lead rebellions by the candlelight. This ain't your granddaddy's planet Earth. It's black and white. The end is coming. I'll see y'all in the afterlife.
I mean, it's a very pessimistic view, right? The end is coming. I'll see you in the afterlife. Unless you lead the rebellion by candlelight. That's the only hope you got to stand and fight. That's the only hope he's leaving. Otherwise, the end is coming.
Now, panic in the dark or lead rebellions by candlelight, does that mean...
You're going to have to go to candlelight. They're going to shut off your electricity.
But does it also mean that what little light we can see at the end of the tunnel, you know what I mean? Rather than just standing around in the dark doing nothing.
Yeah, do what you can. Get your candle out, your lighter, whatever you got. Try to see your way through the murkiness of what's going on here.
This ain't your granddaddy's planet Earth. It's black and white. The end is coming. I'll see y'all in the afterlife.
It's the end of the world. I will do better next time. Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know it. If it's the end of the world, I know that I have lived my life to the fullest. Yeah, the fullest. We stood on top of mountains. We've been to space before. We had our dogs and houses. We dug up dinosaurs. We built those bombs are dropping. We fought in all their wars. Now that the sky's falling, what did we do? It's the end of the world as we know it. It's our fault that it's over. While we look down at our phones, they'll drop a bomb from a drone, then an explosion. We should have known it.
We should have known it. It's the end of the world as we know it. I think there was another song called that. But it's our fault that it's over. It ain't the UFOs bringing the end of our world. Our fault.
Yeah.
And while we're looking at our phones, they'll drop a bomb from a drone. Yeah, that's probably the way it'll happen.
Oh, absolutely.
People are like, 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours a day looking at the TikTok videos or whatever on the phone.
And it'll be a drone this big because they'll do the drone swarm and it'll just hunt people down.
You'll never see it coming.
No, just whap. And they'll fly through that window or anywhere and just hit anything alive they want. That's, the technology is there.
I'm going to go back and hear that bomb dropping one more time.
From a drone, then an explosion. We should have known it. We stood on top of mountains. We've been to space before. We had our dogs and houses. We dug up dinosaurs. We built those bombs are dropping. We fought in all their wars. Now that the sky's falling, what did we do it for?
Absolutely fantastic song. Tom has about 10 great songs on those two albums that he came out with. I bought the albums. I bought the Hangover Gang t-shirt. I'm a big fan. It was funny because he had a Facebook Live. I don't know if you saw it a couple nights ago.
Mm-mm.
And he was talking all about what happened with that Ghost song. For a brief moment, he was #1 on the pop charts, and he was starting to get heavy radio play up in Canada. And then somebody must have looked at his other work and said, "Wait a second,
Pull the plug.
we ain't promoting this guy."
Yeah.
And he got an email, "Sorry, we're not running your song anymore." And he was real bummed out about that. I don't know why. I don't know why he would be surprised.
Huh.
You know,
The opposite of the old payola scam, right?
he should have known that they were not going to promote him just because of songs like this.
It's because of who's paying.
Yeah, you can't have this message on
We're not going to pay you.
mainstream media. The one thing that we always wonder about Tom is how did he stay on YouTube with songs like this? He can do this, but if we explain what it really means, we'll be thrown off of YouTube in a minute. But he said he went through like kind of a depression. He was angry, he was pissed. I guess some part of him must have wanted to be an actual radio rock star, and he thought it was finally going to happen for him. And then when they pulled the plug, he went into a funk. And he said he didn't go on social media for 3 weeks. And we were wondering, where's Tom? What happened to Tom? Is he ever going to put out another video? But he says now he's revved up and he's going to do more. So we're there for you, Tom. But try to make the videos a little closer to the actual song. Technically, it's very good. What does it got to do with this song? This song's about our human problem. Keep doing what you're doing, Tom. We love you.
Yeah.
In the way, that's what I heard him say. They used to heed the words he said.